After all the waiting through the preseason, your patience has finally paid off if you're an NFL fan, because tonight begins the 2019 NFL season. We're going to have the Green Bay Packers going to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears in the first game of the season. Aaron Rodgers will be taking on Mitchell Trubisky and that really awesome Chicago Bears defense. It should be a fun game to watch. But I thought to myself when I was thinking about what episode to make for this week or what games to open up, why not open up a couple of brand new football games? Or better yet, why not open up a couple of brand new Madden NFL football games from Electronic Arts? I'm going to be opening up one for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and one for the Sony PlayStation. The PlayStation game, by the way, is a game that turned 20 years old this year. Yeah, feel old yet? I know I sure do. But let's start with the Super Nintendo game first. And this is a game that I had the privilege of reviewing for a certain Super Nintendo guidebook. And I'm going to take just a second to plug it right now. This is the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 to 1998. You can see that the main author there is Pat Contri. You probably know him or heard of him as Pat the NES Punk online. A few of us as contributors got to work on reviews for this particular book over the last couple of years. I did more than 85 reviews myself. Most of them were sports games, including all of the Madden games for the Super Nintendo. And I have one of those to open up in this particular episode, so it's a kind of a cool crossover. And the name of the game is Madden NFL 94. And if you look down there at the bottom, it says by Visual Concepts and High Score Productions. Now, where have we heard the Visual Concepts name before? I'll give you a second, especially if you've watched this series. Give up. They are the team that went over to Sega Sports and developed the NFL 2K as well as the NBA 2K franchises for Sega Sports. NBA 2K, of course, is still alive and well. NBA 2K20 actually releases later this week, so that's pretty cool. But Visual Concepts was with EA first. This was the first of their efforts with EA, but they eventually split off from the company, or EA kind of pulled them from the Madden project, and after a little bit of time in limbo, they eventually latched on with Sega Sports to create this game. So this is Madden NFL 94. What's notable about this is it's the first of the Madden games to have the NFL license included as part of the series, and you do see the EA logo as well as the EA Sports logo at the top. It's a long season. Stay out of my zone is what the tagline is here. Let's see what it says. Hey, he's an all-pro tight end. He's big and pretty. Big as a dump truck, runs like a gazelle, but hey, come across the middle and I send him to another zip code. COD, which, by the way, for you young folks means cash on delivery. It was a way you got to pay for stuff that got shipped long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Next trip through my zone, he'll remember it's a long season, and that's a quote from any strong safety in the NFL. So the game right here focuses on the full NFL season for the first time. Before then, we only had playoffs, so that is a big change. Playoffs and Super Bowl, so it's the entire shebang here. 80 teams, including 28 teams updated for 93-94, 38 Super Bowl teams from 1966 on, 12 all-time All-Star franchise teams from the last 50 years, and 2 all-Madden teams. Incredibly fast gameplay, this is true. That was one thing that kind of plagued the first couple of Madden games, is they were very stuttery in terms of frame rate, and this definitely improved on that. John Madden's audio color commentary, which you had to have because Madden was a fixture on TV for football telecasts at the time. 5-player support. For this particular game, you had to use Hudson Soft multi-tap. So if you had one of those, you could play 5 players, which is a pretty unique experience. Customize your audibles at any time. That's a really nice feature to have. Bluff mode to hide your plays. So if you're sitting next to someone, they can't see what you're calling if you have the bluff mode on. 72 new offensive plays with play flipping, 360-degree camera view for instant replay. Yes, there is finally some rotation here that looks pretty smooth. Faster gameplay than ever before on the Super NES, breaking in the open field like never before, flip play, set audibles, instant replay. And again, you can see here if you look at this bottom screenshot, and I'll get right there, you can see that the rotation is going on for that particular shot. You can see the NFL logo as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. I do believe this is sealed. Now, I got this from Retro Games Plus in Newington a while back, and I've been sitting on it until today. So we're going to see if it really is brand new and sealed or whether it was just repackaged. We will find out right now. Let's go ahead and open this up. And this is one I want to be careful of with the scissors. There we go. Oh boy, this of course is going to be difficult, right? Let's see if we can go just a little bit deeper. Here we go. Finally got it. Okay, so when we take this off, I do believe that I opened one of these a while back, but I didn't do this for this particular series. So this is definitely nice. And the other cool thing about it is because it's brand new, or at least I think it is, we don't know what else is in the package, so we're going to find out right now. So when we open this up, and we slide everything out, make sure there's nothing else in there. So the first thing I'll show you is the game itself. Here it is inside of the case. Madden 94. There isn't a dust protector on here, and that's okay, because I believe they had stopped inserting those after 93. Also, in the box, yeah, I think this is repackaged because there is some stuff missing. That's too bad. We have the instruction manual, and we'll get to that in just a moment. And we have these two information sheets about each team. And I believe these are for the AFC and NFC, if I'm not mistaken. So here's the AFC here showing you just player numbers and stats. We don't have player names yet. Those will be coming in later Madden installments. So that's what you have there. So that's for the base teams in the game. And I believe this here is for the all-time teams. Yep. It's for the Super Bowl teams and for the all-time teams. So these are kind of nice because you have stats at a glance. I believe they're rated up to 16, like 1 to 16. So you could see before you picked a team which one you really wanted to use. And, of course, we have the instruction manual here. The instruction manual is in color, which is nice. And let's see if they have anything cool in here. Nice picture of visual concepts on the inside back when EA used to credit developers before just kind of taking them as their own. Welcome to the NFL right there, giving you just a little bit of background. That's what the startup menu looks like. It's very clean. I like the presentation here. And again, the game plays very well. This was a huge step up from the Madden games preceding it, John Madden Football and Madden 93. This game moved faster, it animated smoother. The offense was a little bit easier to grasp, and it was, to me at least, it was much more fun to play. So I gave it 4 stars. That's what the spoiler is. You can check out the rest of my Madden reviews in the Ultimate Guide to the Super Nintendo, which is available for pre-order now on ultimatesnes.com. You can check out the book there. You can either order a physical copy, or I believe that digital copies are available for pre-order as well. Again, a big thank you to Pat Contry for giving me the opportunity to review all those sports games. It probably would have driven most people mad, but for me, it was really a joy to play through all of those games and to check out the subtle differences between each. That was something that I wanted to do with the Retro Referee project to begin with, so I kind of took that idea and ran with it for this particular book, and it was nice to make a little bit of money on the side while doing that. So thanks, Pat. Really appreciate that. All right. So unfortunately, I think that was resealed, but that's okay. This, however, is brand new. This is Madden NFL 2000 from EA Sports for the PlayStation, released in 1999. This, we know it is brand new because not only do we have the little plastic thing on the back there, but we also have the ID label at the top. The speed and power of NFL football is what we see right here. Although the players look a bit rudimentary compared to the graphics of today, this was a continued improvement over where the series was, starting with Madden 97, where they were still using sprites, and it looked very much like a cleaner Genesis game. And by this point, this was the second year that EA was using polygons for players, and it was starting to make some big progress. The game was less choppy, moved a lot smoother, and was a bit quicker. So we have a feature including lightning-fast gameplay, which is certainly nice, faster moves and breakaway speed for bigger plays, tons of new moves with breakable wrap tackles, gang tackling, diving catches, and more. Again, these animations are canned. It's not something that happens on the fly, but this was still very, very good back then. New Madden Challenge. Unlock secret codes by answering NFL trivia and completing challenging in-game tasks. So this allows for more replayability and stuff that you can either do on your own or playing with friends. Madden goes deep with the multiplayer franchise mode, player editor, situation creator, hot routes, and play-by-play commentary. For this particular game, we still have John Madden and Pat Summerall doing the play-by-play. Madden is the color commentator. And revolutionary, say that 3 times fast, player models from beefier linemen to built-for-speed DBs. Players are accurately scaled by height and weight. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up, and we're going to take a look and see what this game is like. All right. Oh, yeah. There we go. Been sitting on this one for a while, too, but I already have the game, so I didn't need to open it right away. I was able to sit on this until football season. This I did not cover for any book. I haven't written a review on this, I don't think, so. All right. And when we open this up, oh, careful there. We do have John Madden kind of giving us the wagging finger there. And we also have the EA Sports catalog. And I think I've covered this on the show before, but we have a nice collection of sports here for the 2000 sports year, Madden and NASCAR. NASCAR is pretty good this year. NHL 2000, which I thought was a big step up from 99. I was one of the few people that didn't like NHL 99 that much, and we are going to get to that one, by the way. NCAA Football 2000, I'd love to do a series on those, but those games are starting to get really expensive. Also, we have Knockout Kings 2000, NBA Live 2000. NBA Live was still the dominant basketball brand. FIFA 2000, Triple Play 2000. We will get to that one in a later episode. I do have that sitting here waiting to be opened. And Supercross 2000, which is a game I've dabbled a little bit in and is not too bad. There is also, and I never recommended these because this came out when I was working for GameStop. Not GameStop, FuncoLand. Boy, shame on me. Is the EA branded memory card and controller. The controller was just terrible. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual really quickly here. I think this is going to be black and white if I'm not mistaken, and it is. So nothing really exciting. You do have the warranty card in there, as we always have with these, as well as a brief look at the controls. And when we take a look at the different game modes, I want to see if they're listed. And they are listed on page 12. Where is page 12? Right over here. So we do have season play. We have franchise play as well, which is certainly adds some longevity to the game and gave you more than enough opportunity to play well until the football season was over and you were ready for the next year. Tournament mode is also here, which is kind of nice. So if you want to have a Madden tournament with a bunch of your friends, this is especially important if you were in college. Like if you had a fraternity or just had some friends on campus, you could do your own Madden tournament, which is nice. Practice situation, which is always cool. And great games. Make history by replaying 10 great NFL games. Madden 2000 puts you in the middle of a crucial situation and lets you determine the outcome. Your first game pits the Chargers against the Dolphins in their classic 1982 playoff battle. So that's kind of cool there. And that's pretty... Oh, Madden Challenge is here. I do want to touch on that really quick because before Madden Ultimate Team, Madden Challenge was the thing that gave you other stuff to do other than the main game modes. In the Madden Challenge, you can receive up to 2,000 points for fulfilling 100, that's right, 100 predetermined goals and correctly answering 200 trivia questions during gameplay. For example, if you complete a pass for more than 30 yards, Madden Challenge bonus points are awarded. You can receive a different amount of points in a number of different categories, and points vary by difficulty level. Activate the Madden Challenge from the main menu or from the controller select screen. So that is pretty neat. That was the level of replay value that we really liked back then, and it never overshadowed stuff like franchise or season mode, much like Ultimate Team does now, where franchise and season doesn't even really exist anymore, and franchise mode is kind of pushed on the back burner, where Ultimate Team is always updated all the time. I did enjoy this game quite a bit. I remember playing it a lot. Unfortunately, when this game came out, it wasn't too long after that the Sega Dreamcast came out, and we'll be talking about that a bit more in an episode of Repeat, which will be coming next week. But this game was a lot of fun to play. Of course, NFL 2K wound up really beating it in terms of presentation and really blew me away, but that's a story for another time. So that is a look at 2 Madden NFL games, including one that is 20 years old and one that is 26 years old, because that came out in 93. Madden games are still a lot of fun to play, even today with the Ultimate Team kind of moving forward. It's still fun to play franchise. It's neat to see how the graphics have improved. Listening to the different levels of commentary. Unfortunately, I prefer the more television-style commentary, but that's just me. So if you've played either of these 2 games, or if you just have any Madden memories in general, I'd love to hear about them. You can share them in the comments below. Again, as a reminder, I cover all of the Madden games for Super Nintendo, as well as all of the NBA Live games, all of the, what else do I cover? NBA Live games, like I'd said, Madden, a bunch of different football, baseball, hockey games, 85 plus reviews in this book. Again, it's the Nintendo Ultimate Guide to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, 1991 to 98. It is written by, or at least helmed by, Pat Contri. It is available for pre-order now on ultimatesnes.com. I hope that you'll give the book a look, whether it's the digital copy or whether it is the physical copy, which I cannot wait to get in, because I will definitely be showing that on an episode of something in the near future, or just a special video. As always, it means the world to me that you took the time to watch my work, whether it's this episode or every episode before now. I really appreciate it. And until the next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see who wins tonight between the Packers and the Bears. And until next week, take care of yourselves and each other, my friends, and we'll see you later.